Welcome to stream. I feel like it's been a while. It hasn't been that long. Today will be a very simple stream. Let's hope it loads in. There we go. We will just be doing fishing. I almost forgot to add my little PNG tuber back in. No rats today. You are not owed any rats, just fish. Bold of you to presume that I use the F3 and F4 keys at all. I barely understand F5. And if this was a channel about speed, I don't think I would be using an animated, reaction figure. Author Intentions is in fact still missing. May they rest in peace, if they are not of this world anymore. It's always possible. Where is Burb? Don't know. I do not know where the Burb is. And if I did, I would not tell you. Let me know if you want game sounds on, by the way. I don't think they're turned up, because I always turn them down. But do you want the game sounds? That is the real question. For we know that they are not here. Hello, Snowblower. Nothing much is up, just doing some fishing. I would say that there is anything else happening, but there literally isn't. This is just going to be 2 hours of fishing on Minecraft. On a world created specifically for fishing on Minecraft. Only 2? Might go longer, but I do, have stuff to do. Oh, missed that fish. I'm doing a mini subject for uni, so I have more time next semester. And there's quite a bit of work to do for that. And I have to wake up on time to go to the classes. So, it'll probably be a 2-hour stream, maybe 3 hours, if we're really pushing it. I imagine this would be quite a good stream to fall asleep to, compared to my other streams. Although you seem to be able to fall asleep quite easily to literally anything you're watching. I'll be real, I did glance at your message just now, but I'm trying to get it up on my phone so I can actually read it while still fishing. But as we all know, my phone does not like to cooperate. I think, if I recall from memory, you were saying that sometimes you're able to fall asleep and sometimes you're not. I very much relate to that. Only my thing is that I either fall asleep for like 12 hours or I get 3 hours of sleep. I did not mess around with the voice mod. I deliberately put on this voice filter for this character. And by character I mean this model. In fact, there are less filters on my voice today than ever before. This is literally just low pitch. Caught anything yet? You can see what I've caught in my hotbar. 1 rotten flesh, 17 cod, 2 pufferfish, 9 salmon, 3 clownfish, 1 string, 1 name tag. And I don't believe I've caught anything else that would be in my inventory. I think I pulled that either too early or too late. Regardless, I missed it. There we go. There's another cod. I don't think I will ever play Call of Duty. I don't think I've ever had any reason to. And honestly, if you asked me what the game is about, I wouldn't be able to answer. But it just so happens that it's COD, COD. That's the amount of, brain capacity I have today. That and animating a bunch of things for the chat stream, for the chat screen. My fishing rod is better. I'll keep it though. I'll put all the fishing rods in one chest. Yes, you can multitask to this stream. I do not think anything particularly fantastic will happen. That is another fishing rod. Not quite as good as mine. Could probably create a pretty good fishing rod by combining all the fishing rods we fish. I just so happen to have an anvil, and will probably not be spending my experience points on anything other than the anvil. bedtime. And we fish. Better a fisher than a chaser. I did not catch that fish very well. I have acquired a saddle. If I had a carrot, I could ride a pig. But I don't have a carrot, so I cannot ride a pig. It would be nice to. It would almost be easier to tame a horse or a donkey. But there are too many sweats out there. They want the ultimate horse. I'm happy with any horse. I'm not picky. They call me the horse whore. The whore of the horses. I've gotten myself a book. That means I must start a little book barrel. A barrel for the books. Book barrel. Treasure barrel. And a saddle barrel. That's so close to a pufferfish. But it is a tomato. I should have looked at a looting table for fishing in Minecraft so I knew all the things I could possibly get from fishing. But I didn't think that far in advance. I just went, you know what I want to do today? I want to stream. But what do I want to stream? I don't feel like doing art, and I don't feel like coming on as the usual author intentions, with all the author intentions swag. So I thought I would create a world just for fishing. It's so just for fishing that it's on peaceful mode. You don't have any rat emotes? Damn. If only there was something you could do about that. Actually, I can probably do something about that. Not because of, like, affiliate, but there are custom emotes on my channel. I believe, because I have BBTV? Or is it BTTV? One of the two. So there are some custom emotes that you can technically use. Which I shall check. And then if you're lucky, I will add a rat emote. But it has to be a good rat emote. You could sub to Gemma and use the ones that he has. That seems like a lot of effort though. That's interesting. It should come up on Twitch chat, if not in like on stream. Yes, it comes up on the paper. It just doesn't show up in the chat. That's a little upsetting. I also have court. You see it on the chat, that's good. It might just be because it doesn't show up on mobile. I don't know, it could be anything. There are a lot of things that it could be. Let's see if there is a rat emote. Actually, first of all, I need to see if I know how to use this goddamn platform. Alright. Rat Jam should be in. So you can possibly use Rat Jam. Let's get a few rats in here. And I believe you can also use these on the Discord server as well. I'm pretty sure it's linked, I could be wrong. There you go. May there be rats every stream. No problem. At some point, I will harass Lopta to do the same on his channel, because I love the BTTV emotes. I love them with all my heart. Actually, on the note of emotes and Am I Lopta, I did commission Anya to make a new emote, and I have seen the sketch stage for it. They do not appear on the paper though. They're appearing for me on the paper. Like I can see it on my stream. Bizarre. Oh, there's a bot. Hey. Then again, my stream has frozen on my phone, so it might be showing up on my computer, not my phone. Also, the new emotes might not show up today. I don't know how it works, but so true, bestie. Real. Yeah, so Rat Jam and Rat Jam, those are all the new ones that I added, but the other ones were working. Oh, it is bedtime. Time. That. Get a new angle. Oh, there we go. Just chill vibes. And I'm pretty sure it's crashed on my phone again. I really wish it would stop doing that, because when it crashes on my phone, if you are sending messages, I can't see them. And then if you're not, then I'm just refreshing it for no reason. But it's nice to have it work. Oh my god, I hate my phone. What is wrong with you? Man. Why is it saying first time chat for? That is so strange. Peculiar. Alright, phone. Please work. Be my friend. Please. Actually, if you know any good fishing mods, I'm happy to play on any version, but if you know any good fishing mods, I'd be so down to play a good fishing mod. Because I tried getting one a while ago, and it just wouldn't load on my computer. Ew, alien, get out? Damn. Don't call me that. I'm not an alien. Man, the bots are having fun today. But no, Krang, this is not an alien. Until I go to space, space is not real. I do think space is real, just to clarify, but the canon of my characters would not believe in space. And they are not aliens. They would be aliens in the sense that they are not from here, but they are not aliens as in aliens from space. If we take a quick little gander at the animations for this particular creature. Oh, there it is. Got the creature form. Whee! This is the other new animation we have. This one here has the most frames in it, that's why I'm showing it multiple times. And then, little wave. It's not an alien, it's just badly made. It's just a little oopy goopy guy. Actually, I do kind of want music, but we're going to be listening to different music. You guys will be given music made by my father. I just need to quickly yoink it from here. And yes, it will mess with my audio quite substantially. But still. And the only thing it's really messing with is, it's going to make my avatar's mouth open and close quite randomly. But okay, whatever, it's fine. Alright. And it is on. If it's louder than I am, that's a problem. But if it's just making it hard to understand my voice, that's just how it always is. Be so real. Alright. And then, because my desktop audio is hidden, I can listen to whatever I want. Now I have to decide what I'm going to listen to. I did not go in with much of a plan. Alright. Music acquired. The soundtrack for the good, the bad, the weird. That is my choice of music for me. And we'll see if that updates or not on the stream. There it is. Excellent. Lovely jubbly, as they say. A bit loud? Alright, we're gonna turn it down. A tiny bit, okay. Good, bad, weird. Alright. Fishing from this angle is a little more complicated because I have to readjust myself to cast the line again. Better rat jam? Nice. I'm gonna have to get used to rat jam being there because I'm gonna keep reading it out as rat jam instead of like... You're just saying better. I don't need to read out that you did the rat jam emote. I know you did the rat jam emote. Even if it will take a minute for Twitch to understand that. Not Twitch. What do I think it's Stream Elements that I do the chat from. There we go. Bird's eye view. Here V, you're a hungry bird looking for a green snack. Damn, I'm gonna snack on that thing. I think similar to the last stream, I'm probably not going to do many clips for this month. I fear I may have to start reaching out for collaborations with people, whether it's like other streamers or just people I know in real life who are down to get on a voice call, because having that back and forth opens for more dialogue options, or at the very least more interesting dialogue options. If I can talk to myself decently well, but it's hard to find moments, like organic moments that are like, gonna get anywhere. And it's not because I do literally fuck all on my streams or anything. That's live content. Like there are things where it's like, I could play Undertale on stream, and then I'm like, Undertale gets quite a bit of hype. I feel like that's something I want to do after I reach affiliate, rather than something I do before affiliate. If that makes sense. And then I still need to make YouTube videos, but that's gonna be on pause while I'm doing this university subject. In case you're wondering what the plans of the channel are for a little bit. But I think the streams that I definitely want to have on regular rotation, for a more sort of chill vibe, I think I am going to do fishing streams semi-regularly. Maybe like once every 2 weeks I'll just bust out the fishing world. And then also the sketch sheets. Because sketch sheets are good for getting guys to interact. And fishing is good because it's relaxing, but it still gets those hours on the clock. And if I do the fishing stream every Friday, for example, then I might theoretically end up with people coming for Friday fishing. Not that it is Friday today, in fact it's Monday today, and ordinarily I would do Monday sketch sheet. However, I did not feel like doing sketch sheet today, because I was quite literally spending the whole day doing 2D assets for web design. It actually wasn't part of the task at all to do that. I just did that for fun, because I was bored during the web design class. Has my phone crashed out again? I can always tell when my phone's crashed out, because I can see that my PNG tuber is not updating whatsoever. It's just frozen still, and I'm like, oh, I can see what you've done there. I just realized I could probably listen to a podcast while doing this. No. I don't actually have much attention span for podcasts. Like, I can if it's a really good podcast. But I think even for the Magnus Archives, I had my treadmill set up at the time, because I just needed something to do. So I was listening to the podcast, walking, and I think at times I was folding origami. I needed that many things going on all at once. And you probably should be paying attention when you're on the treadmill. Just in case it malfunctions in some way or you fall over. Not the best thing in the world to have paper in your hands that you're folding, but still, it's good fun. I'm nothing if not for a hazard. When I was about 13, I was attending a school that had a lot of staircases. And I was at a point in my life where I was reading 2 to 3 books every day. Which I wish I was doing now, except I have other things to do with my spare time. And I would walk down the staircase. In one hand I've got Game of Thrones, in the other I've got Seraph of the End, the manga, or just other books. I would just have 2 books, one in either hand, going down that staircase, not holding the rails, not paying any attention to my health and safety. I mean, I did walk quite slowly, to be fair. I wasn't like running down the staircase with 2 books. I was trying to also read and enjoy myself. I really do wish I had more time to read like that. But I think if I read 2 to 3 books every day, I'd run out of books to read and then I'd need money to buy more books, and that's a whole other problem. It is possible to defeat Minecraft on peaceful, isn't it? So I'm just thinking about that. Ooh. Oopsie. Or at the very least it'd be possible to get to the end? On peaceful? I don't know. Too hard, brain no sync good enough for that. But I have almost got a stack of cod. That is another fishing rod. Not as good as mine, but also not that bad. Like, that's actually a pretty good fishing rod, and I might put it in my offhand just to repair it. Oh, I forgot about this book. Book barrel, delivery for you. I remember which one was my book barrel. There we go. Sharpness and fortune. I feel like that's not horrible, but not particularly good either. Me and all my Minecraft knowledge. There's another name tag. I'd love there to be a way to put like a fishing rod. Like, I don't know if you guys spend a lot of time on piers, but they'll usually have like the setup where they'll have 2 fishing rods per person. And you're not holding the fishing rods, you're just watching them. Waiting for the reel and then you pick it up. I wish I knew what they were called, but I don't. The setup, or if it's a particular tool. I never asked, I really should have. I could probably Google it. But then I'd be taken away from the fishing. This stream may even end up being less than 2 hours. Just because A, I'm literally just fishing, and B, it's almost midnight already. I really should have started streaming earlier, but I didn't. So I'm a little anxious about that. I'm a little worried about messing up my sleep schedule even more because it's a complete mess. Like, don't get me wrong, there is nothing I can do to fix it at the moment. because I've got so much stuff that I'm balancing. And by so much stuff I mean balancing commitment to the university and my brain having imagination at its most motivated to actually make stuff at night. I should really just be nocturnal. that's TLDR. Too long didn't read. Stop being awake during the day. I reckon I should sync up my waking hours. Your alarm to wake up just went off again. Damn. I should sync up my timetable with England. And then do jobs that are UK based. From home in Australia. Because I'm more or less familiar with how they edit fiction. So if I just work from home in Australia, doing editing jobs for England, then I can be nocturnal and get paid. Didn't think of that one, eh? It doesn't have to be England, it can be somewhere else as well, of course. This is mending as well. Might as well. I think the most exciting thing that's happening with Minecraft recently, aside from the update that just happened, but it's not a very exciting update for me personally. Green is running the Last Life again. Well, actually we don't know what the life twist will be. He said it would be obvious. He released a teaser and he went, "Oh, it's so obvious. Once you see it, you'll know exactly what the little trick is." But if you don't know, the Life Series is Green and a bunch of streamers from that sort of similar area. Not necessarily Hermitcraft, but yeah. Hermitcraft, Empires. He gets a whole bunch of people who he's in contact with. And they have this gimmick. Otherwise it's hardcore. It's hardcore Minecraft, multiplayer with a gimmick. And it is so fun. The episodes release weekly and it's just chaos. I cannot recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, which point of view did you watch? Because I often watch Green's point of view. Or Joel. I watch Joel or Green. I've been on my smallish beans grind lately. Because Green's a good point of view to watch because he created the gimmick and the game. So when you watch his point of view, you get a better understanding of the rules-ish, typically. You get inside the game creator headspace, and that's something I find very fascinating. But then you go to someone like Joel's point of view, and he's got this mix of building, or at least trying to build really cool things, and then he's just crazy for the rest of it. He's always causing chaos in one way or another, but it's kind of pathetic. He'll go around killing people and he will not succeed. He always blows himself up. It's usually not what takes him out, but he has gone out of the series in some hilarious ways. Oh, and Mumbo. I also watch Mumbo's point of view. That's why sometimes I say lovely jubbly, or it's quite simple really. I haven't picked up on any of Green or Joel's catchphrases, but Mumbo has gotten right in my head. And Lizzie won't be in the series this season, the upcoming season, because she's working on Misadventures, which is another... I think it's a survival multiplayer. It's definitely got role-playing elements in it. Have I seen the Rat movie? That's vague. Which rat movie? Because I've seen Ratatouille, and I've seen Flushed Away, and I've seen the weird version of Ratatouille that's like not actually Ratatouille. I think it might be copyright free Ratatouille. It's like dodgy Ratatouille. It's badly animated, but I don't even think it's the same plot, it's just rats in a movie and they're like, oh, it's like Ratatouille. I think I just put the wrong one in the barrel. I did. Nope. Brain, do your thing. Yes, that is my one. That is the barrel mod. And actually, while I'm here, I should put other stuff away. Excuse me. Treasure. Should start another one of these. That one there. For things like that. Rat movie mystery of the Mayan treasure, or Rat movie 2 the movie. I don't think I have seen it. If I had to guess, seeing as it's not striking me as being familiar. The mystery of the Mayan treasure does remind me of the Geronimo Stilton books. Those were a classic. I think I might have one still in my room just for nostalgia's sake. I try to keep books that I grew up on, and the serial books. They're 5-minute videos, but yeah. So for me, when I started getting into reading a bit more seriously, mostly because I had no choice. My primary or elementary school, whatever you want to call it, they were very much like, you have to read. And so I reluctantly would read. And the two series I sort of read the most were Geronimo Stilton and Rainbow Magic. Rats, Mice, and Fairies. I think, in a strange way, that explains a lot. Because I recall, my relationship with the Rainbow Magic series was complicated. Because on one hand, I read it, and I enjoyed it, but on the other hand, I distinctly remember hating every single character. So I'm not quite sure why I kept reading it. I think I kept reading it purely with the hope that someday the villains would win. If I recall correctly, it does seem like a mindset I would have. You've never read a book for school? Well, these weren't for assignments or anything. These were literally for, you had to read a certain amount of books. Per week. And we had these little, anyone could see it. They were not private. Everyone could see if you had a book in your little book nook. And if you didn't have a book in your book nook, then you were horrible. I don't think anyone cared except for me. But still. There's definitely a certain amount of pressure from the teachers to make sure you're reading something. Especially when I was from the age of 10. It was really pushed. And it's kind of good that they did that, because the literacy rates in Australia at the moment, they're not as bad as certain other countries, America, but they're not doing particularly well. You had an assignment that consisted of reading books, but you didn't read them either way. I kind of understand that. In my experience, reading a book for a subject, I don't enjoy the books. It's part of why I don't do literature, aside from hating literature students. But when I read for entertainment, and I read for my own self-guided studies. And when I read something for an assignment or for a subject at school, I don't engage with the text very well. I only engage with the text as far as writing the essay, which isn't good. When people read, they need to be engaging with it on a very personal level. Otherwise, they can make an essay that gets good marks, but they're not actually enjoying themselves. Well, they could be, but they're not enjoying the book. I'm not sure if that makes sense. There's the difference between I need like a table, I need to draw it out. But you have like people who write for an audience, people who write for school, which is still an audience, and then you have people who write for their own self-indulgence. I'd like to hit somewhere in the middle of writing for an audience and writing for writing for myself. Writing for money, which is the other little dot on the triangle, is stupid. But it's also, a lot of works today are written very much in the center, and the center of that triangle actually isn't good. The center of the triangle isn't good, because people are trying to make the most money, while also indulging themselves, not on their creativity, but on wanting money and wanting an audience. And then also, obviously they have to pay for publishing and editing and blah 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 blah, which is why ideally I'd like to self-publish. And technically I will find myself with enough money this year to self-publish, but it would be a very stupid idea of me to do that. I get to get a following first, I get lots of people that know my name, and then massive success with my writing and I change the world of literature forever. That's not the goal. That's an over-ambitious goal. It would be nice to change at least a little bit of how people are writing literature these days, especially young adult literature, because it is such a cash grab to write the same tropes over and over again. But it's also trash. It is not good. It is. A lot of books these days are just badly written, and it's so upsetting. Yeah, you feel basically the same. That about I'm guessing that's about books for school and engaging with them in that way. There we go. That goes there. Respiration and loyalty. I'm pretty sure these books do not apply to things properly. I could be wrong. Book barrel. S. Yep. Nautilus shell. Fishing rod. Spyglass. Spyglass indeed. Oh yeah, I finally added a food channel to the Discord server. But if you ever want to share food, you can do that now. I also rearranged the Discord to be in alphabetical order. I don't think that makes it easier to know where things are, but like if you know the name of the channel, it does. You didn't catch what I said? I can't tell if you're making a pun or if you legitimately didn't catch what I said. Ooh, bow. Isn't my favorite part of fishing is getting the bows? Ooh, that's going in there. Yes, I get a bow with infinity. And then one single arrow. Both real. I don't like using the deep pitch on my voice like normally. But I also don't like listening to it. Like the normal audio setup I have with the horrible auto-tune and the bit crusher on, that is more pleasant to me than hearing people's voice through a pitch modulator. And that can be like the high pitch one or the low pitch one, but the low pitch one in particular, because it usually doesn't manipulate the bass. So it's literally just pitching you down, but it doesn't have any weight to it. Or it does have weight. It does have weight, but it doesn't have any texture. You just heard something you can do it in the Discord? You can put food in the Discord. That's the new Discord update. That and everything being alphabetically organized now. swear to God this said it had mending on it. It does, it's just gonna take a long time. Oh, there's another fishing rod. Do you have mending on you? No, you're just a shit fishing rod. Oop. I've actually started creating another Discord server. But this Discord server is for, uni. Because I need something to link to the website I'm making. Which I might share or adapt later. Because I think it will genuinely be an interesting website, but it just might also be quite niche. I don't know what people would search to find this website, so it'd probably be like to the effect of a card or a link tree, but with just a little bit more stuff on it. Because I don't know many Twitch streamers who have their own personal brand website. But if you do, I would love to know, because I kind of need resources to search. I need to do a page showing that I researched the genre of content I'm doing through the website. And I'm not doing a portfolio. I can't be bothered to do a portfolio. But I will be creating some other stuff. For this website, I'm going to be creating an avatar creator, just for funsies. I'll probably use PitCrew for it and just link to the PitCrew. And then I'll also be doing interactive blurbs for my writing. Which you should be able to interact with once I make them. But the whole goal of this website is literally just to be like, you can create things. Yeah. You can create whatever you want. And it's going to be so self-indulgent, they're literally going to be personal essays, and if the teachers are like, it looks like you didn't research anything for your essay. Yeah. They're personal essays. They don't need to be well researched. They should be, if they're being published. But there's no, like, you can technically just write that for yourself. Talking about whatever you want. Saying whatever you want. Especially because it won't be making any profit from the website. Shouldn't 3D art be at the top? Where is it right now? It should be either at the top or at the bottom. It depends on if you put numbers at the bottom or top when you do alphabetical. I usually do it at the bottom. Yeah. I would normally put the numbers at the bottom of the list if it's alphabetical. That might just be me. I don't know where I picked up on that. That's a lie. Yes, I do know. My father set up, iTunes on my old computer, my very old computer from when I was, like, 7. And when I scrolled down the music list, some of the songs had numbers at the beginning. And so if I scrolled down alphabetically throughout the whole list of, files on the drive, it would be numbers at the bottom. That's why. It always goes back to my father, god damn it. Settle. The cat is flying. That's fine, I wish cats could fly in real life. That would be awesome. Settle barrel. That can go in there as well. At some point, I'll need to go looking for iron and flint, just to start having arrows. Not that there are any mobs that will appear. You from the series stuff with one R, so they appeared at the top. if it's in a list of other things, as long as the A is there, it will be at the top. But only if it's like 111A, 111AB, it would be like that. But I don't know. It just depends on what you're naming all the other files. And then you can probably change the settings. This would probably be like a quite significantly morally bad thing to do. Or ethically, I don't know. Technically it could be really good, but to gamble with money on the next Life Series. And then donate everything to charity. Like a charity poll setup thing. That wasn't explicitly gambling. It's not gambling because it's guaranteed that you won't get anything. But whoever wins the Life Series can choose the charity that all the money goes to. Which realistically, knowing the Life Series, it will probably be a hospital. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Whether it's like a hospital or like queer rights, it's just the Life Series definitely stays away from more quote-unquote controversial opinions, like anything to do with war. They tend to stay very quiet about it. Which is, I don't love that about the Hermits and Misadventures and stuff, but still. Charity to myself, real. Pufferfish. It's really funny because when I was doing the fishing rod, the mending went up so quickly, and now I'm doing this bow and it's taking 5 million years. Just thought it would be nice to have some ambient sounds. And then, if I had to guess, that's where that would be. Yes, that looks like the sound is going through. You did tell me to imagine a rat doing a handstand. While I was building a statue of a rat. Keep it to yourself. You already got like 3 rat emotes in the chat. How many more rats do you possibly need? It would be really funny if you commissioned someone to just draw 1,000,000 rats. Maybe not 1,000,000, that might be too much. But like, just a full canvas, 100 rats all just there. That could be an idea for you. If I was affiliate and you could get subs, I would take an on-stream commission to just do a whole canvas of rats. You don't need rats, you just like them? That's fair. Don't hold me to what I just said about taking a commission to draw a lot of rats on a canvas. I would never. I would say no, I would reject the commission. I would return the money, I would do a refund. You will whenever you get affiliate? Oh god. How many? I don't know. It might be better to be like 2 rats per gifted sub. Because that would be about $3 per rat, and every rat is taxing mentally. Even though I've done rats for free, the ultimate way to get money out of it would be to do it per sub, 2 rats, and then you can gift as many subs as you want. And if you like did 30 subs, I would do 60 rats. But that's a lot of money. But don't do that. You can just gift 1 sub and get 2 rats, you don't need all the rats. And that's if I get to affiliate. I have not got enough followers for that yet. At least 40 rats. That's like 20 gifted. You don't need to. Just do all the free rats for now. I'm gonna have to learn how to draw rats properly, if it is gonna be a thing that happens. My first affiliate stream will be learning rat anatomy. And then I'll make a YouTube video, 40 ways to draw rats. Don't hold any of this against me. I hold the right to forget that I said this. I maintain that I can just block it out of my memory and not be held accountable. You try to get them for free, they're funny. Yeah. You never forget stuff, you'll forget this. And even if you do remember it, I will say it didn't happen. It's just you and me here, Kyo. No one else knows. And if, by the point I'm affiliate, I imagine there'll be at least one other person consistently in chat. You'll gift either way, don't worry, you don't have to! You do not have to at all. Honestly, I want to get money more from YouTube content. That'd be my goal, if anything. It feels a little bit more like an accomplishment on YouTube than it does on Twitch. Because on Twitch you really need 50 followers to get to the money program. On YouTube you need 500, which is fucking ridiculous, first of all. Secondly, it definitely makes the crown have a heavier, it gives the crown a better weight. Or something along the lines of, how do I put this into smart words? You spent 1k on subs already. Dude. Oh. I could never, but also I'm broke. I think I've gifted subs before. I've gifted subs to Tubbo, and I've gifted a sub to Baby No Money on Emma Lopez's account. That's my gifting history. I'd say I've not gifted more than 10 in my whole life. And that's not including my own subscriptions, which I'd never have more than 2 at once. It was through like 7 months of time. That's still not particularly good. I'm trying to do the maths in my head, I'm not very good at it. But that's still quite a bit of, Jesus. It's still so much money. I don't even make 1k in a year. Pufferfish. Although it doesn't surprise me too much, I feel like you always have a different sub emote to show me in my chat, and it's like, very nice. You know what was cool? Someone gave me a gift sub in Tubbo's chat, except I wasn't in the stream. I'd been like watching his streams pretty consistently. because I just so happened to be awake at 3 a.m. in the morning. And then I got a gift sub on the one day I was asleep. It was savings you've been accumulating for 7 years or so. That's fair. Big fan of the number 7. Biggest fan of the number 8. I think 8 is my favorite number. Oop, there's a new bow. Flame and Unbreaking. Am I able to combine those or not? I don't know. I'll have to check. But one more fish, and then I think this bow will be repaired. Yes, bow is repaired. Meow! You don't know when you started saving, but 7 or 8 years sounded about right. Yeah, nice. Alright, let's first of all show signs of intelligence. Always step 1. Ooh, I quite like that. Wow. Alright, I would like to go on a little explore. You know what, actually, am I able to... I'm gonna turn keep inventory on. Because this world is literally about fishing, it is not about stress. My spawn point is set, I believe. Why does it say false? Why is it still saying false? What's happening here? There's only one way to really test to see if this is working or not, and that's to drown myself real quick. Actually, no, I think I know what I'm doing wrong here. True. There we go. And now if I drown right here real quickly. Actually, we can go on a little explore. Under the sea. Under the sea. Don't know the rest of the words, haven't really watched the movie, but you will find me dead at the bottom of the sea, under the sea. Oh, how long is it gonna take on peaceful mode for me to die? This might take a minute, because I'm still on full saturation. This might take a while. But to be fair, I blend in pretty well with, like, the seagrass. Delightful. We're just waiting for that saturation to go all the way down. Oh no, it's beginning to actually take away and chip away at my house. This is just to see if keep inventory is on, before I go on and explore. And also to test that my spawn point has been set properly. What if I eat the pufferfish? Well, again, my saturation hasn't gone down. It is almost over. I can self-care unbox, I know I can. To be honest, I don't think it will be quicker, or like that much quicker. Realistically, the quickest way would have been to jump on that campfire. I just didn't want to have to rescue my stuff from the hole, in case I didn't set up keep inventory, properly. There we go. Excellent. And I have all my stuff on me, but nothing is lost. Actually, I might just real quick. Could you remember those coordinates? Actually, I can write them down. I have paper nearby. I'm doing a stupid paper model for this website design class because they made me do that for some reason. There we go. Written down the coordinates. I also have a chat. True. But just because I have a chat doesn't mean I need to use it. I was actually originally going to go for the chat, and then I saw my pen and I went, wait, I can write it down. I can't see very well in here. I should probably go on a mission first of all to find coal. I'm actually surprised I haven't found any coal already. Usually when I go fishing I find at least one piece. Not the piece though. We finally got into the part of Minecraft where you like mine trees and stuff. Yeah, I think I might run around until I find exposed iron. But because I have no mobs on, raining. I'm pretty down to like jump into caves. Even though I don't have any I don't need a weapon. Oh, there's coal. But no exposed iron just yet. Stick. Yep, that was really smart. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did write down the coordinates eventually, like on paper. It was probably quicker to do it on paper. Right, give me a man after midnight. Ooh, what's this called? And if I get enough iron, I could even do a bucket jump clutch, because there are no consequences for failure on this world. Just a little bit of embarrassment. Okay, let's go down. I left my crafting table up there, which probably wasn't the smartest move to have made. But I believe I still have wood. Mission is to find iron. What's this? Yeah, that was pretty useless. But congratulations, it's now on full brightness. There's some iron. New crafting table. The goal of this is to make arrows, even though I absolutely do not like— oh no, I still have my crafting table. I picked up on it, it's fine. Okay. Pickaxe. Getting upgrade. So much easier to mine when you're in a cave. Even a shit cave like this is better than strip mining. But it's also terrifying to strip mine, so I don't feel particularly bad about not doing it. Yeah, I think there's iron down there. Whee! Down I go. I don't know how I'm getting out of here, to be clear. I still don't have a light source. I mean, that counts, but, like, still. Also, I should probably say that generate structures is turned off. In case you were, like, wondering about villages and stuff. Because, again, this world is fishing. Ooh, diamonds. This is just a treat. This is just a little treat. Bit of cave exploration. Okay, now I need to make a furnace. So that I can melt the iron. And then I can make a diamond pickaxe. and then get back to getting the iron. But yeah, because I can't generate structures, I can't really get villages, which means I cannot set up an iron farm for the fishing world. Unless I go into creative and do it there. Which I'm not entirely against doing. Is that the stupid thing or is that diamonds? Yeah, that's the stupid stuff. I understand that it's good for adding light to caves, but it does piss me off every time I see it. And that's also going to be the light stuff and not diamonds. Diamond pickaxe. Get the copy. Anything else interesting immediately? Not immediately. Cool. Ooh, multiple diamonds. Oh, of course. Oh. But probably there was at least one torch. Probably didn't need 4, but like, you never know. Are you really fishing fish and loot, or are you fishing for other stuff as well? Well, right now I'm fishing for iron. But otherwise, yeah, I'm literally just fishing for the sake of fishing. There's no intent behind what I'm like trying to get. It would be cool to get a heart of the sea, but I don't think I can get a heart of the sea because I don't have structures on. I don't know if that includes the treasure chest. I see more iron down there. But yeah. Sorry, I was mid-sentence and then I got very distracted. So I subsequently lost all track of the thought I was having. Iron there. And I feel like there's more iron there as well. Oh, this is gonna take so long. Alright, we are looking it up. Up we go. Excellent. I hate mining deep slate. I hate it so much. I can barely remember what I'm even getting iron for. Lovely jubbly, as Mumbo Jumbo says. And I'm pretty sure that if you dig around... What's that? Am I going crazy or did I just see something blue flicker up there? Where is this taking me? There's the other iron there. I did kind of forget where that was. But I was actually going for my torch. I'm a little love with it. Will I ever try to fish for compliments? I don't need to fish for compliments, I already know I'm awesome. But if you have compliments to give, I won't turn them down. It's a good thing to get in the practice of doing, complimenting people. Okay. Nope, I don't see myself doing this in a particularly intelligent way anytime soon. Eesh. Don't go. Very easy. There's a bat. There's an iron. Does the ancient city still spawn? I mean, once again, I don't have structures on. But is it more of a biome situation? I don't know. I should really research Minecraft information so that I am in any way informed about how this game works. Lapis, iron? Yes, it's iron. I will be yanking that iron. I think it's iron. It looks like it's iron. Isn't it an iron pick? Yeah, that's iron. Worst case scenario, it's gold. Which isn't bad either. The good words of compliments evade you. Yeah, that's fair. I will say, one of the things I want on the hardcore world that I haven't got yet because I'm a coward and I don't like mining, it's either really boring or, at best, hold on, alright. I don't like doing the mining because it's boring, and I don't like doing the caving because it's too scary and I don't want to die in my hardcore world. Those are the words that I want to say, articulated well but not funnily. Not in a funny way. Funnily enough, funnily is actually used differently. Ooh, look at all this iron here. I am already horrendously lost and cannot remember how I entered this area of caves. But it's fine because I saved the coordinates. I can't use villages because I don't have structures on this world. If you mean on the hardcore one, true. And also definitely what I will be doing anyway, so... Just not immediately. I want to give myself some time to actually try and make an effort. Good, I missed it. What? What are you doing that for? I need flint. Because I'm making arrows. That's why I was getting the iron. I need feathers. I don't need iron. I'm collecting iron for something that doesn't need iron. What I truly need are the chickens. Oh, chicken quest begins, I guess. Not in the caves, but when I get out of the caves. God damn it. Alright. How much? More. Why am I doing this with that one? Okay, fine. I see how it is. Gravel. What is the meaning of this, huh? You meant on the hardcore? Yeah. I just don't want to set it up immediately. It'll definitely be like a few months in. I think I'm actually already a few months in, I just don't... I don't know. Maybe day 100 in-game, if I haven't reached it already, that's when I'll do my villages, because I already have the villages found. I just haven't set them up. And I won't be doing an iron farm because A, I don't know how to do it, and B, I'm not that desperate for an iron farm yet. Even though I love using hoppers. Owie! Oh, even we are going further in. It is going to take a while to get back to the fishing area. That's lava. I would not like to run directly into the lava, that would be rather embarrassing. I feel like there should be more peaceful mobs in the caves. I feel like that's my one take, because we got like a whole update. They gave us a new boss. I could just TP? True! True, I can just TP. Do not make you shout that loudly. But, yeah. I could also just die. Being as though I have, like, keep infantry on. So really, there are no issues here. I do want chickens, though. Wait, I can just give myself chickens. I can also just give myself arrows. There's going to be one goblin? That's true. So true. But I wouldn't mind if they were like friendly spiders, and I don't mean like the spiders don't attack you in the day. I mean like just genuinely nice spiders that give you string. Like they produce webs on a frequent enough basis that you can create a string farm. That's what I want on Minecraft. I want friendly spiders. And snakes. And bugs. I don't care if they're ambient bugs. I want bugs. And I don't mean the glitches, I mean like critters creeping around. Alright, slash to be. You need to shut up. 31. Negative 129. Excellent. Oh, just in time for bed? No, just in time for morning. Friendly variants of every mob? Yes. That is what I want. Alright, chickens! I know that mobs are spawning in the world because they're squid. No, fuck it, I'm giving myself chickens. I'm gonna go into creative mode real quick. Not just to give myself chickens, but to build a pen for them. Because if it wasn't abundantly clear, there are no rules on this one. I would like to try doing as much as possible, like, from fishing. But I am not against doing some things just from creative mode. Okay, yes, let's do go in. And finally, the torch. And then slash game mode. Creative. Excellent. Should get a fence. I could just have a chicken spawner and let them free roam. But, you know what, I might actually do that. I might just let the chickens free roam, and then just have some fences around for funsies. Just to make the area feel nice. I like it when I go to like country towns and there's just somewhat built structures. And like loose fencing and stuff. There we go. And then I think I need something over here. Cats is friendly spider than Minecraft. True. Alright. Then I'm going to get a chicken spawner. And I hope this will work, otherwise I will be sad. What if I do a trial spawner of chickens? I'm gonna set that up because I'm curious about what will happen. I don't want to look for it. There you go. So lovely. Alright, so that should start spawning in chickens. Please don't spawn them above. That would be very stupid. Cats and spiders drop strings? I did not know that cats drop strings on Minecraft. I will not lie to you. Alright, I'm beginning to think that this isn't going to work. In my mind, the mob spawners do not spawn on friendly creatures. But also, boring. Give me trial chickens. I need to know. I need to know if the trial chickens will work. I'll just wait until it's in survival mode. Anyway, I'll just do a few chickens anyway, just to have the eggs. The Breeze has such a cool egg design. That's upsetting. The goat also has a good one. The cow one sucks. The bee one's cute. The bat one reminds me of the owl house. The axolotl's kind of sad. The armadillo makes the armadillo look cooler than it is. You know what, I've got a turtle's egg instead of the eggs I actually need. Let's get some gold chickens in here. Why do cats drop string? Is it like a thing on like the yarn? Like they play with yarn so they drop string? Why do the cats drop anything? I mean the wolves don't drop things. Why do the cats drop things? It's so mean. There's a bias there. Did somebody say tumbleweeds? Did somebody say tumbleweeds? I should have the music on over here. Oh, actually I do it with yes. The creature is formed. Right. It's the first time you've ever seen that one? Alright. I realized I forgot to turn that one off. There we go. Took you a second to notice it was a bot. Oh damn. Yeah, where is it? There it is. Back to spawning chickens for my own convenience. Whee! May there be many chickens. Alright, you know. Oh, so this is a warm biome, I guess. The more chickens, the more arrows, but I still have to kill the chickens myself, instead of just giving myself arrows. I don't think there would be any entity cramming. That sure would suck. I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's ugly. That's also ugly, I'm confident that it won't work at this point. And I am just going to put a moss block there. Mostly because I'm also going to just make this area a little nicer. We're going on a side quest, okay? That is creating a horrible sound. Let me get that. Ooh. Very nice. Some diverse flora and some diverse fauna. It's so ugly. Oh, delightful. I sort of need to add way more for it to look good. There's a hunch that that might be the problem. Could you do the repeating command block? Yeah, I could. That requires effort though. I know I can literally just give myself a command block and do these things, but I don't want to use the command blocks and creative hacks to everything. I'm just adding a few nice bits to a world that's otherwise just fish. There we go. Got the tree. There we go, it's coming together. What else should I get? I don't have a need for sticks. I can get gravel pretty much anywhere, I'm kind of surrounded by it. I kind of want something stupid to have. But I don't have to put lots of effort into making. I can imagine about doing a handstand, I could. Wouldn't want it spawn, will it? Determined. Oh, you know what I could do? Hold on a minute. Get that bell. And push it. Time to bring a new feature into the den. No, not there actually. I just want to hit the undo button. There is no undo feature on here. Minecraft should really change that. God damn it. I'm not set up a good area for this. Come on, let me change the pitch of that. You suck. There we go. That should be working. That's fine. I just want a bell. That's really the aim of this. Really? Alright, what's going on here? Why can't I do it when it's like that, huh? Why does it lose its functionality when it's on the side? Why text not flipped? Why would the text be flipped? Why would the text be flipped? Do you see a little creature with antlers and no eye holes? Just click on the side. Okay. Interesting you. Cool. Alright. Now that I have a bell and many chickens, I'm going to go back into survival mode. Excellent. I could have given myself more things and like had an amazing setup or whatever, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. Furnace? Yeah, that can go there, why not? And we will start smelting. Yes, yes we will. Now I'm gonna do something you'll really enjoy. I'm going to jump off a massive pillar. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to jump off the pillar just there, but I forgot to do it. I can't remember if this is the way to get, flint. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure I don't need to manually shovel it. I feel like if I had to manually shovel this, I would just not. I know I can do the slash give. The point is, well, as much as it is just fishing, I don't want to just recklessly use cheats. I'm okay with going in creative mode for a little bit and like teleporting myself, but I don't want to like just slash give myself stuff. Like I'm gonna kill these chickens myself for feathers. And if I really have to like mine this gravel by hand, I will. I won't enjoy myself, but I'll do it. I'm gonna do this one more time. Actually, I'll do it 2 more times. You just like saying commands? That's fair. I kind of wish the moss blended in better with the grass. Hello, Captain Kane. Why? Why? Why are you doing that then? You can also drop them off from 2 blocks in the air. Yeah, not the same. This is much more fun to watch happen. Alright, one more time, and then I'm gonna have to do it by hand. God forbid I use a command. God, I swear to God I've gotten flint by doing this. It's a good thing I don't mind dying in Minecraft. Also, I'm really curious about whatever like, that is. It's not a structure because I turned those off, and if it's giving me a structure regardless, then I think I will be making a complaint. What's happening here? Why is it darker? It's just weird generation. Squeed. Alright. One more torch. Oh. I'll get up one way or another. Just here, I think will work. But it's so nice not having to worry about mobs appearing. God damn it. Ugh. Alright, time to make a shovel. Just to make it a little more bearable. Up to the top. Did I not have a crafting table anywhere? Why did I do that to myself? Well, I did just block myself off from that barrel, so I might move that crafting table to somewhere else. Just there. Ding. No. I'll make an iron shovel. First I will make sticks. And then I will make 8 iron. And then I will check the books, see if there's a good one here. I kind of just want that mending. I only want the mending, I don't want anything else. I might do a little fish, see if I can get a good book. I can't imagine I will. But if I could just get a mending book, which is technically possible, to get a mending book. That was like the whole beginning plot of this season of Hermitcraft. Green trying to get a fucking mending book from fishing, and it was so fucking funny. I don't think I'll have that struggle. I don't think I'll have that problem. I think I'm better than Green, and better than Silver, and better than all the other Minecraft people, despite barely understanding this game. Hey, we're almost at 2 hours. Time flies. I killed that one zombie that one time, exactly, I killed the baby zombie. And then I proceeded to forget to clip it. I don't think I can clip it anymore unless I clip it from YouTube. But YouTube is not great for clipping because it doesn't have it doesn't change it into mobile view. Which is upsetting. But also I haven't figured out how to have Twitch record all my Twitch VODs. I know that I'm pretty sure I can be like featured VODs, but I don't think it's a good featured VOD, not vlog. I have been tempted to create like faceless vlogs, mostly because of the ice cream incident. Fucking ice cream incident. I do have to say, technically, the strawberry place that isn't an ice cream shop, it is technically in Melbourne. However, it's not in Melbourne. Melbourne as a city is technically quite big. However, I think most of the other places that are in Melbourne are a bit closer. I'm pretty sure it's easier to get... There's a place that isn't in Melbourne that is closer to Melbourne than Mornington is to the Melbourne people think of when they say like things to do in Melbourne. I know I'm being very vague, I just don't have quite the right terminology for this. I was corrected on Facebook about this, which was a little bit upsetting, but also, I don't regret it, and I stand by it, that Mornington is not in fucking Melbourne. Especially the peninsula, it is a whole different demographic. If you ever want to upload clips from Twitch to TikTok or YouTube, it seems like it's better to download them. Yeah, kind of. I think that's better for weirdly getting views, because I don't like Twitch TikTok doesn't like anything that asks viewers to get off the platform. But also, I don't have the storage to download every single video and then remember to delete it off my device just to upload it to TikTok. And I also can't be bothered to do subtitles every single time. And also, I'm not using CapCut anymore, which means I need to officially learn how to use another program for video editing. But they all use AI now, and the AI integration features make me feel rage like nothing else. Actually, I think the ice cream list made me feel more rage than AI ever has. No, I think there are some uses of AI that are at the same level as that ice cream list. My point being, these things make me very upset. It's important to get upset over petty things. AI isn't a petty thing, but sometimes it is the same level of anger, but it's a different kind of anger. Unless it's students promoting it, whenever I'm in a class, and they're like, oh, you should just get GPT to summarize it, that is the same rage I feel when I read the ice cream tier list. Not even a tier list, the ice cream ranking. That is the same amount of rage. But when looking at AI as an issue, that is a different type of rage. It's like, one, I understand why it's bad. Two, it is a big deal, and not just a bunch of students at a university level. It's that difference between personal and, like, big social. Oh, I'm really on it today with my words. Should go back to the start of the stream where I wasn't saying anything, I was being all silent and mysterious. At some point I should do a rat tier list of all the rats I've made. Oh look, when you gift 20 subs and I have to draw 40 rats, I'm sure I will have all the content in the world to do that. Otherwise I'll be slowly just getting 2 or 3 rats every sketch sheet. And then I can do 2 tier lists of rats. I can do the paid for rats and the free rats. At least 40, yes. I'll have to create like a page, like a separate website, for rats requests specifically. Where it's like, and don't quote me on this, for every, you get 2 rats per sub, and then every 10 subs you get a bonus rat, but only if you gift it all in one go. So like if you did 5 gift subs and then 5 gift subs, it wouldn't count. But if you did 10 gift subs or 20 gift subs, you'd get 1 or 2 bonus rats. That would be my grand scheme to scam you specifically here out of getting money. It depends on how long it takes me to achieve affiliate. A million years. Wait a million years, and then we'll get that. If it takes years, at least 200 rats. No. No. Also, I think I'm done fishing. I technically have the energy to do it more, but I'm mindful that if I continue going, I won't stop. I'll just keep doing it, and then it'll be the morning, and then I'll have to do my classwork, and that's a whole other problem. Okay. Time to see who is live, and then figure out if any of them are playing Minecraft. Yeah, you also really need to sleep. Exactly. I prefer to raid into someone playing Minecraft, but I actually don't know anyone who's playing Minecraft right now, which means I have to do research. Let me take a little peek at this person. What's happening? Why am I getting an ad for Demon Slayer on YouTube? I think that person might be ending relatively soon. Oh yeah, author intentions is live right now if I want to read them. Author intentions is missing. It's a really funny joke. They could be dead, you know. They could be dead and you're making fun of it. Author intentions is missing and you're like, oh, you can go raid author intentions. Tut tut tut. Oh, I see someone with an alien stage. I think it's aliens. My brain says it's alien stage. I don't think it is. It just happens to be countable as that. What's happening? Why is sleeping happening? Confusing. The channel is live right now? That's crazy. I don't think it is. Okay. This person seems cool, but also I'm not convinced. I'm gonna go follow them, but if we happen to be streaming at the same time again, I might raid them. I think this is my favorite part of the stream. It's where I'm not actually streaming anything other than me talking about these Twitch channels while not naming them. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm sure the author intentions account is live. I mean, I'm literally using the account to stream. I feel like when you say author intentions is live, I should raid them. I feel like you're saying it as in the beautiful brain behind author intentions content is not missing. But they are missing, so there is a problem. Alright, I need to go over to this random person. I'm sure nothing horrible will happen. We're just gonna go over here. I'm sure it will be fine. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed this particular creature. Couldn't tell you what it is, but it is something. Something of a creature. I hope you enjoy your sleep. It's true that you're a liar here. Sorry I didn't see that message, it did freeze. Alright. Rating time.